race. BUTHELEZI 480. Gate Spring off and racing, missing it the roughie. Cherokee Miss first to get going. Capable Angel had won the start from Calora. Climb on top and away nicely. Sometime Lucky. Right behind them, Golden Door as they get going. BUTHELEZI is going to be back in the field early. Astro World's going to press on, the speed slowing down. They're followed back on the inside next of all. Vancouver Storm from Golden Door. BUTHELEZI found itself 3 deep. Then a length and a half further back in the field to Hol Enough, Zachariah Bow. It's towards the tail end of the field, and a clear last is Cherokee Miss. Little Capable Angel brings them down the riverside of the course, leaving the 900 astern. And the leader, Capable Angel, out by nearly 2 lengths. Running second, Calora, 3/4 of a length away. Then on the outside, Astro World has pulled its way there. Fourth on the fence to Sometime Lucky. BUTHELEZI has been forced to tramp deep on the outside of Climb on Top, is off the steel, losing ground already. It looked to be struggling before the corner. Hol Enough's gone up to sit outside of it. Back on the inside to Vancouver Storm. Golden Door well back. Cherokee Miss and the old boy Zachariah Bow. They turn for home at the top of the straight. Calora joined Capable Angel. Astro World right over the top of them. Sometime Lucky behind them. BUTHELEZI still runs on. Calora at the 200. The leader, Sometime Lucky, picks up with BUTHELEZI. Sometime Lucky got a good bump. BUTHELEZI reached the lead though. BUTHELEZI boots away. It's BUTHELEZI drawing clear, and he's a smart horse in the making. BUTHELEZI beats Sometime Lucky. Tight for third. Might be Hol Enough for nose. Calora will leave that one to the judge. Then Astro World, Golden Door, Climb on Top, followed by Vancouver Storm, Zachariah Bow. Then came Capable Angel well back in the field, and the other of the roughies is last in Cherokee Miss. That's a fine win by BUTHELEZI, ridden by Brad Parnham. He goes back to back. He takes a maiden, he takes a 60 plus, and he takes some real credibility from it. 3 deep, working around them, virtually no cover, and he's put them away with a strong performance. Over Sometime Lucky, rode a bit of a bump with Calora there, it seemed, in the straight, and Hol Enough, who was running on. And there won't be much in it for the minor end of the money. They've run 130.43. 8 BUTHELEZI first home. Brad Parnham for trainer Danny Morton. 11 Sometime Lucky. Stephen Parnham for the Neville Parnham stable is second. Now the photo does go to Calora on the rail. Chris Parnham, a nose in front of Hol Enough, Clint Johnston Porter. 8, 11, 3 and 10, the numbers. BUTHELEZI, raced by Trevor, Mrs. T. Delroy. A 3-year-old gelding is now won 2 from 4. Both victories this preparation by Smart Missile from Alexandria, and ridden to victory by Brad Parnham. He allowed the horse to flow into it. He couldn't quite get in. Sat deep tramping and was still much too good for them. Sometime Lucky second by Toronado from Ros Martini, and in third placing Calora by Oratorio Chris Parnham, again for the Neville Parnham stable. That's a good win, and he is certainly a horse that's going to progress. He'll go deep into the spring, and we might be looking at a top liner in the autumn, of course, when the classics come around in 2026. Sectional time 35.35. We go to the 5th, the Mrs. Max Handicap over 1200. 2 Sentimental Bell, 3 Californication. The scratchings as Lockie Taylor joins us down now in the yard. That's a fabulous win by BUTHELEZI. We know he has ability, and he certainly has shown that, and spades this afternoon.
That he has, Darren. Thank you very much. BUTHELEZI, dominant victor. 2 from 2 this preparation, and as we heard from Stable Racing Manager BJ Ryan a little earlier this afternoon, he could be en route to a WA Guineas. But I'll catch up with the main man now in Dan Morton. Dan, congratulations on the win. He looks like a very progressive 3-year-old on the way up.
Yeah, thanks, Lockie. Beautiful horse. His win in the maiden was really good, we thought, and that was an excellent win. I thought he did plenty of work wide, and it was still too good for him, so really good.
In similar fashion, his stride length and the way he's just able to cover the ground over the last couple furlongs just really catches the eye. Do you feel like that's his main asset at this stage of his career?
Absolutely, yeah. He really lengthens there and lowers and lets down, so yeah, it's a big asset to have. Credit to Mick Freethy too down at the farm. They're doing a great job, and sending the horse back in good shape. So Mick's here today somewhere, so he can enjoy a beer.
A little earlier this afternoon, I spoke to BJ about this horse and the pathway that he's on. Do you go straight to a WA Guineas in 3 weeks' time with him?
Yeah, we probably will. We elected not to go to the Fair Ether. We just figured he needed, a little bit more match practice. So I'm sort of glad we, took this path. But I won't go there if he runs me over.
In 3 weeks' time, or over the 3 weeks, what does that period look like for him, knowing that he is still a little bit green and raw?
Yeah, it is. He may even go back to the farm and just, go to the beach for a week or something like that. But we'll have a chat to Trevor and Michael and just sort of see which way we want to go. But yeah, he'll be like he won first up over a mile. He's or 1500 at least. So yeah, the mile won't be any trouble. 3 weeks in between.
How does he measure up against his stablemates in My Authoritar and King of Light behind the scenes?
Yeah, he's done no work with them, to be honest. But what you're seeing on race day is obviously very comparable.
Well done.
Thank you.
There's Dan Morton after the win of BUTHELEZI, 2 from 2 this preparation, and as I said, prior to the running of this race, he was 30 to 1 in the WA Guineas, and he might just sharpen up or tighten up a little bit after that performance, Scott.
Exactly right. 3 weeks between runs to the mile, and then after that, where do they go with him afterwards? We'll wait and see. But it's 8:11, 3:10 from a maiden to a graduation. He's gone 2 from 2 this campaign, and it looks like he's probably going to be a horse to follow into the Guineas.
Yeah, I was really impressed with his win the other day, even though it was only a maiden. But once he gets moving, he's got a big, long stride on him, and he finishes off pretty well. His letdown lasts a long time, so yeah, look, he probably will be one to follow going into the Guineas. But yeah, even if I think even next prep sort of probably Derby as well, he gives that type of feel.
He certainly looks like a horse that'll stay.
Yeah. So like I say, he's got that big stride and his run lasts a fair while, so I think what he does this prep will be a bonus, but the next preps to come will probably be his best.
September born, going around in the Asian Bow. It's obviously a step up from what he raced last week, but he looks like that's where he belongs.
Yeah, look, we know he's a classy horse, just, it's probably not ideal being off a week back up, but, if the horse is tightened up a bit and he hasn't taken too much harm from that run, we know at his best he can sort of perform at that level.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice win, nice horse, BUTHELEZI, 2 from 2 this preparation for the progressive 3-year-old en route to a WA Guineas in 3 weeks' time.